Hi guys, thank you so much for joining me. I wanted to share my completed February junk journal. I've made a few changes and added a few things that you haven't seen, even if you've seen all my junk journal with me videos. So the change I made was, since it was getting so bulky, I actually took the second signature out. So you can see there's a hole there, which I don't really mind. So I actually really just took the whole signature out, cut the thread, and so that you don't see the empty holes here, I just put this beautiful pink lace on the side here, which I'm really loving. So it's still bulky, even though it's just one signature, and I don't know when I will finally learn how big or how many pages to include in a junk journal for that not to happen. We'll see. It's still a process for me. Okay, so jumping right in. So for maybe about half of them, or maybe a little more, I used the Feel Good February prompts, which I had printed out and put in here. So here's a list of the prompts. I'm not going to go into each page in detail because almost all of them do have the junk journal with me videos, which you can find in my playlist. So I'm just gonna flip through this fairly quickly, just telling you what I had done, which you have not seen. So what I've done throughout the book is I've added some bits of Happy Mail, which I love so much having in here. So this is a card from Raisa from Instagram, who I've met personally. That was really nice, and she's really great at lettering and drawing, and oh my god, she has a Hobonichi, so nice. So yeah, these are all journal with me, and I must say this one, even though I like the collage itself, for me, I should have done it in another journal because this is the only one that doesn't fit with the whole vibe of the book. I feel like, because it's too modern for me. Everything else is really pretty much vintage or has the vintage vibe, so I'm not happy this is in here. And I even considered covering it up, but then again, I thought, well, it's part of the book and I've learned from it, so I've learned not to do that anymore if I want the book to have that other vibe. So nice thing to learn. So yeah, you've seen these here. This again is, the envelope is Happy Mail from Annette from Nette_journals from Instagram, and inside is a cute little animal, like an origami folded paper animal that I had again received from Raisa. I believe her brother makes these, and it's so cute, so I wanted to keep it in here. These you've seen, these you've seen. This page was what I had put in as a book page, and I didn't want to cover it up. This one is again from Marisa. She had some goodies in here, which I took out, but I did want to keep the envelope, so I used it as like a tip-in. These you've seen. I really like the colors, and I really love the spread, I must say. Loving these colors, although they're not my go-to colors, the orange and the blue, but I don't know why. There's something about this page that I really, really love. Then you've seen this one with the Daphne's Diary illustration. These two I love. So this was the one where you can take the tags out, which I've done with my die cut machine. You can watch that in the video if you want to see it. There's a tag here as well. This lovely ribbon is from Miyuki. I love it so much. This one I totally adore, this collage. I love this vintage style. I love these. These are again from Annette, these two. And I think this one was also on a paper from Annette. Really, really cute. This one was a napkin from Angel. And just added this, and I just journaled on the back. Really loved making this pocket and how that turned out. This is this was an envelope where I managed to burn the window, because this was an envelope that had a window which I wanted to use, and I burned it with my heat gun, so it ended up being a half envelope with no window. I just collaged in the front, put in this very sweet pocket that was in a Happy Mail from the lovely Emma. And inside is, yeah, something that made you feel good today. That was another prompt from the February. So I just keep that in here. This I left blank. I'm happy with it as it is. It's nice and coffee dyed. This is another collage. I like this too. So this is another one I made with, with these file folders I had gotten from Mod. So I made like a tag and a flipping tag with fabric over that. Really loving that. And this adorable mouse. I love her so much. She's so cute. Then also inspired by Mod's dividers, I made my own divider and made like a removable page divider that you can kind of use like as a bookmark. And this is heavily inspired by the lovely Tracy Fox. This flipping tag as well, actually. So she has a video where she makes this, and I loved it so much that I had to do my own version of it. So all of these you can find in my Junk Journal with me videos. Then we have this one, which is authentic vintage Paris haute couture, I think you can say. And just backed with vintage book page and some modern but vintage style washi. Really like that one as well. This one is also a Happy Mail that I had just received, I think yesterday, from Monique. And so all these bits are from her Happy Mail. And she also gave me this beautiful friendship zine, which is just adorable. Oops, missed a page. I love this so much. I'd never gotten a friendship zine before. I've never gotten a zine before, period. So adorable. So I had to have that in here, and it came actually in this little bag that I just cut down and just made it fit. So cute. This here is a part of a doily from the printables from Johanna Cloth. Really liking those. Just made a pocket, and then I made this tab with a washi background and a bird that was on a page, I think again from Annette. Just a fabric topper. And on the back I have some bird's eggs, also from a page from Annette. And I left the background plain. I kind of like it like that. Next we have also a page you have not seen. This is from a while ago. This was Happy Mail from Britta. I had seen this amazing dragonfly ATC on Instagram, and I jokingly said, I need one. And she immediately said, I'll send it to you. which was not my intention, but she's so sweet and she makes such awesome things. Every day she posts these amazing things on Instagram. I'm totally in awe. So yeah, so she sent me this and she has a letter and she coffee stained this envelope. So I wanted to just keep that all, and I just made a washi background. Didn't think that was worth a whole video. This is, I think, one of my favorite pages in this book. So she is from a fashion magazine from Viennese 1941 summer fashion. I just love her. So I just cut her out of the magazine, added some more bits from Monique's Happy Mail and a stamp and one of her doilies, and just typed Happy Mail. Whoops, I'm gonna have to re-glue that. Happy Mail and a new washi I had just gotten. So yeah, and backed it with some vintage typed paper. I just adore this so much. It's so perfect for Happy Mail. Lastly, this one you have not seen because I have done this off camera as well. So this little girl, and she's so adorable. I also got at the flea market, same time as the magazine with her, and also this typed paper. And she's like one of these paper dolls that has, you know, one of these things that you could put around a cutout doll. So yeah, so she was bigger. She had legs, which unfortunately I had to cut off. I feel bad about that, but I really wanted to have her in my journal. I didn't want to fold her fold her legs over. That would have been a bit weird. Yeah, so I had to cut them off, but she looks fine, so I think she's okay with it. And then I put the Discover Yourself on it because working in this journal made me discover much more how much I love vintage and flea market things, and keeping these things in journals along with Happy Mail. And this was the first journal I've done that in, so that was a great step for me, and that's why the Discover Yourself is just so fitting for this page. This is a beautiful paper clip made again by the lovely Britta, the one who had that dragonfly, and I just love this so much. And I don't know, I'm guessing that she actually bent the paper clip ends like this. Can you see that? I think that's so genius. I will have to try that because that changes the whole vibe of the paperclip. Like, I totally adore this. I didn't want to do anything else to the page because this way the paperclip just really is very visible, and I like this paper, so I want to keep that. This page I just wanted to leave as is, and this is the file folder I received from the wonderful Maud. She had collaged this so nicely and then put stamps, which you guys know I love, and a beautiful lace, and then it opens here and there's a belly band, and this is her letter that I'm keeping in here. Yeah, and I just glued that down. And yeah, so since I took out a signature, what I did was, in order to cover up the holes from the inside as well, I just cut out some more of that paper that I had used for the inside. Thankfully I had some left, and I just glued it over, so now you can't even see. And yes, it has this gap, but honestly I don't care, it's fine, and I love this journal so much. So I am ready to start a new journal. I just made one today with a hardcover. I'm so excited. I wanted to make one that has a little bit thicker spine. Hopefully hopefully I won't run into the same issues again like with the last three, I think, where I just didn't have enough space because I fill them with so many goodies, which I love doing. So I have to find a journal that accommodates that. So yeah, in my next video you will see my new journal. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope this was interesting for you. and hope you're having fun with your own journals. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye bye.